I hope you're here because you want to work the body, yada yada. It feels good. Think how cool it is that we can do those things. I say, in my brain, I say, let's wiggle my fingies, dog. My body says, okay, I'm wiggling. I'm wiggling. So if you haven't wiggled today, consider wiggling in one of those 6 movement patterns.
Jokes in the gym. Jokes in the gym. Not jokes in the gym. Jokes in the gym. Jokes in the gym.
With Rudy Tyburczy. I'm recording something. What's up? It's Rudy. I'm a guy who's a trainer, and I'm a comedian who does comedy. I'm a trainer and a comedian. Those are 2 of my favorite things. Hence the name Jokes and the Gym. 2 things I like. And 6 other things I like are the 6 primary movement patterns. Some people have a little quibbles with the specifics of the 6 ones, and there's a 7th that I can talk about another time. But today we're talking about the 6 primary movement patterns. And if you know what these movement patterns are, if you know how to do them, then you will be able to have workouts forever that leave you feeling supple and juicy and good throughout your day-to-day. Okay? Are you trying to get big and buff like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Probably not. No, I don't think you are. You're probably trying to feel better on your day-to-day when you walk to the store. You know what I mean? You want a little less creakiness. You want a little more mobility, a tiny bit more agility. Maybe work on your balance and your exoschmility. So there's a lot of things that people want from their workouts. And I think the most important things to kind of focus on is, how do you want to feel, right? How do you want to feel? I'm training people. To be honest, most of my clients are probably in their 60s or 70s right now, and I'm just trying to help them get comfortable moving in these movement patterns, building strength through these movement patterns so that they can prevent falls and keep those hips, not have to replace the knees or whatever, although a lot of them have to. So if you're not in your 60s or 70s, now is the perfect time to start. If you are in your 60s or 70s, it's still the perfect time to start. I've always looked at working out as preventative, right? Anyways, I'm getting into other stuff. Movement patterns. That's what we're here for today, right? We're here for the movement patterns. This is a special Jokes in the Gym episode focusing on the movement patterns, 6 primary movement patterns. I want to get them out there. This one is a general one, and then we're going to do some more individual videos moving forward. How does that sound? I like that. Do you like that? Let's make it happen. So, what are these 6 primary movement patterns? I have them written on my wall. I should put one back behind me here. Push, pull, squat, carry, hinge, lunge. That was a weird way to say them. I like to go lower body ones, then upper body ones. Squat, hinge, lunge, push, pull, carry. Those are the 6 different movement patterns. And if you know what those movement patterns are, if you're comfortable with them, familiar with them, then you'll be able to have workouts for life. You'll be able to have workouts for life, okay? Push, pull, carry, squat, hinge, lunge. Those are the 6 movement patterns, all right? What are they? What are the movement patterns actually? Let's start with the squat. Squat, we know what a squat is. We're dropping it like it's hot, right? Down and up. It's a lower body, knee dominant movement. The focus tends to be primarily on the quads, but there's also hamstrings and glutes involved in there too. Squat, when you're squatting down, when do you use squatting? You use squatting all the time, right? We're popping a squat all day long. It's how our body wants to do stuff. It's how our body wants to take dumps. That's that's the ultimate squat, right? You've seen in Korea, I lived in Korea for 7 or 8 years. It was called the kimchi squat. You see construction workers just chilling on the side of the road, smoking a cigarette, popping a squat. They're squatting down, getting low like Little John. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Baba. My cat's coming to say hi. That's one thing about every single one of my videos and podcasts and everything I do. Cats are involved because I love them. There's a lot of cats running around here. You might even see some if you're watching the video version of this. So that's the squat. The squat, lower body. The people like the back squat. That's a big squatting movement. I like a goblet squat. You ever do a goblet squat? I love a goblet squat. It feels good. It's a little easier for some people to load it in the front. I don't love that back squat motion or that loading pattern on the back. It just doesn't feel good on my body. It might feel great on your body. That might be your favorite squat, and you just want to go for power. But most people aren't just trying to get like big old tree trunk thighs. You know what I'm saying? But if you are, squats are a big part of it. You got to squat somehow. And then you can do, there's a million different kinds of squats. B stance squats. I'm a big fan of B stance stuff. B-boys. You know what I'm saying? B stance squats. Ba ba bow. Ka-ka. Right? Squats. How long? That's enough for squats. What's after squats? Hinge. Let's talk about the hinge. The hinge is different. The hinge is a lower body hip dominant movement. And instead of going down and up like you do in a squat, down and up, the hinge goes back and forth. You start by moving them hips back. You push them hips back. You push them back. You hinge at the waist. Push the hips back. Kind of imagine like you're closing a car door with that booty of yours, right? That's how you initiate the movement. What's an example of a hinge movement, you ask? I'm glad you asked. People see deadlifts. Any kind of deadlift you see, that's a hinge movement. Whether it's a straight up barbell deadlift, a hex deadlift, an RDL, the Romanian deadlift. We like the Romanian deadlift. And I'm in love with the hinge. I tell you what, you can do these movements with 2 legs or 1 legs. You can do them hingy on their own, or you can do hingy together. I'm like, oh my gosh, the single leg hinge, if I only had to do one exercise forever pattern, it would be single leg hinges, unilateral hinges. Oh my gosh, it just feels so natural to me. It just feels so good. If you don't know what a B stance is, I'll show you. Ask me. But it's essentially, instead of your feet being equal distant apart, underneath your hips, shoulders, around there, one of those feet is back, and the toes are kind of behind the heel of the other one, not on this, not like in a line, but on train tracks. And then most of your weight is going to be on that front leg, and 10% of the weight is going to be on the toes on the back leg. That's kind of a B stance. I'm doing a lot of stuff from there. I just think it adds a real nice mobility element. It feels natural. Do a B stance hinge with no weight, like a B stance RDL type movement. You'll feel it with no weight. Like you don't need any weight to get them glutey booty gains. You know what I'm saying? So a B stance hinge. We're still on the hinge. We're moving away from the hinge now because I love the hinge. I could spend all day on it. We will do a hinge video dedicated to the hinge, okay? So don't get your crusties in a bunch, all right? After the hinge, the other lower body exercise is the lunge. Ooh, I love the lunge. The lunge. We all know what a lunge is, right? We've seen it. We've felt it. We've probably even done it. It's like a lunge. You're stepping forward with one leg. You can do these stationary, where you stay essentially in one place and you're moving back and forth. You can do them moving. You can do them while you're walking forward. And also, you can do a reverse. I love a reverse lunge. Oh my gosh, going backwards. You can also do a side lunge, a Cossack lunge, or a Cossack squat. Cossack? Either way, they're both great. And the lunge is awesome. I'm loving the lunge. If I had to choose a single lower body movement to do, it might be the lunge. I just love the aspect of balance and agility and stretching, in addition to all those strength benefits that we get from lunging, because you can load up a lunge and do a lunge in so many different ways, that I just love the lunge. Okay, I'm a lunge guy. I love a lunge. You got to be careful, because sometimes that lunge does a number on your taint, though. Okay, watch out for the taint. Be kind to your taint, folks. Speaking from experience. All right, watch out for that taint. All right, careful. And the lunge, love the lunge. Then now we'll move up. We'll go up. Then there's push and pull. And within each of those movement patterns, you know what a push is. You've seen the bench press. You've seen the dumbbell press. You've seen people press push-ups. You've seen people, in addition to doing the horizontal push like that, you can also do a vertical push overhead, right? Horizontal push is more chest and triceps, some shoulders. Vertical press, that's getting a lot more shoulders and triceps in there. So the press, you want to go horizontal, vertical, right? keeping those wrists strong, arms up, boom, right? Pushing it. So you've seen exercises like that. That's push-ups, bench press, that kind of stuff, and then overhead press as well. So that's the press. The pull is more important. Probably, if we're going to be serious, a lot of folks say you should do twice as many pulls as you do presses. So for every one press you do, you could do 2 pulls. I don't know if I agree fully with that, in part because pulls are hard to maybe do sometimes, like if you're at home, it's the only thing you got, or you might not have all the right equipment for a pull, but all you need is a dumbbell. A dumbbell will help you can do a row, like a dumbbell row. You see people bent over, rowing, row your back. Pulls, rows, that incorporates things like lats, rhomboids, traps in different ways, all right? So make sure you're also pulling, okay? Don't forget to pull. And again, with all of these, you can do them with 2 arms, you can do them single-armed, you can do them with no arms. That might be harder if you had no arms to do them that way, but give it a try. All my no-arm friends, give it a go. Pulling, pushing, and with the pulls, you can do vertical and horizontal as well. Dumbbell rows, we're bent over, pulling rows. Love a seated cable row, a seated row machine, or the vertical rows, we can do lat pull downs, we can do pull ups, we can do a single arm kneeling row, single arm kneeling, cable pull, that kind of stuff. Those are some great options for your pulling movements. That's going to work your backside and so many people, upper body. So many people like don't do as much back for a couple reasons. I think because one, it's you don't see it. You're like, where's my back? Can I see what's it doing? Where's my back? Baby got back. It's just hard to see sometimes. All right. So it's hard to see and it's hard to feel. Honestly, I've been lifting for 25 plus years and it's still hard to feel my back working sometimes. I like to think of a cue of pushing my elbows back to engage the lats a little bit more, as opposed to like pulling back like this, pushing back those elbows. So really engage those lats and just try to like flex your back muscles right now. See what happens. Is it easy? I don't know. But pulling motions, pulling back, that's a great one. Works your back, your biceps, and your forearms as well. So, and then finally, the carry is the 6 movement pattern. I'll tell you what some people think the 6 movement pattern is after this. But the carry, a loaded carry, is things like just holding weights and walking. There's the suitcase carry where you hold a dumbbell or a weight in one hand and walk back and forth. You can do it for time. You can do it for reps. You could also do a march of sorts. So a carry or a march, those are some of my favorite loaded carry options. So a march, any carries in? Who's a carry? I'm a carry. Who's a carry? I'm a lunge. I'm a squat. Oh my gosh, we should make t-shirts like that. I'm a squat. I'm a carry. I'm a pull. You know what I mean? What's your favorite movement pattern? Let me know. Push, pull, carry, squat, hinge, lunge. Which one are you? So the carry is just a great way to engage your core. A lot of the time, we will just think at core of and abs go together. It's just abs. Oh, I'm doing crunches. I'm doing flutters. I'm doing bicycle kicks. And there's a place for that kind of stuff as well. But strengthening your core through things like carries, marches, that kind of stuff, that's going to be more functional. And it's going to probably improve your posture, how you feel. Because if you're just doing crunches all day, I don't know, what's that doing for you? What's that doing for you? I don't know. Anyways, those are the 6 movement patterns. The 7th one that some people exchange for the carry is rotations. And rotations, for me, I include in the movement planes. There's 3 movement planes: forward, backwards, side Z, twisty, turny. And the rotation one is the twisty, turny plane, okay? But within each of those 6 movement patterns, you can access the 3 different planes of motion. planes, baby. So there's 18, but I like to just start with the movement patterns. You got the 6 movement patterns. What are they? Say it with me: squat, hinge, lunge, push, pull, carry. That's it, baby. Those are the 6 movement patterns. And I hope that this was kind of helpful to give you an idea of what the heck they are. If you're listening on the pod, great. It's harder to see when it's just visual. But I'm also going to make some YouTube videos that go along with this, maybe with some demonstrations. If you want to see some demonstrations also, you can check out my TikTok, Jokes and the Gym. In January, I did exercise of the day, and I broke it up into the movement patterns. So there was 5 different exercises using kettlebells in each of those movement patterns. So check out Jokes and the Gym on TikTok if you want to see some of those movement patterns in action, along with me in action with my kitty cats in my backyard, dog. I don't have a backyard dog, but I was calling you my backyard dog. Foxy, hi, bud. Come here. Come here, handsome. You want to hang out? Come here, buddy. I want to show you my guy. Come here. Foxy, I love you. Come here. No, he's exploring. I'm watching all 4 cats this weekend, and I'm house sitting, so there's a lot of stuff going on. Anyways, I hope that you are including these movement patterns in your day-to-day. If you have questions about them, reach out to me. Ask me questions. jokesandthegym@gmail.com. Find me on the socials. Look at me on the street and say, "Hi, Rudy." I'll stop you and say, "No, my name is Jokes in the Gym." But it's actually Rudy. You can call me whatever you want. No, don't call me whatever you want. That's dumb. I don't give my power away like that, and I hope you don't either. I hope you're here because you want to work the body. Work the body, yaddy, yaddy. It feels good. Think how cool it is that we can do those things. I say, in my brain, I say, "Let's wiggle my fingies, dog." And my body says, "Okay, I'm wiggling. I'm wiggling." So if you haven't wiggled today, consider wiggling in one of those 6 movement patterns. And I'll see you next time, my friends. Thank you for being you, for stopping by, and for making your day better. Love ya.
Jokes in the gym. Jokes in the gym. Not jokes in the gym. Jokes in the gym. Jokes in the gym.
With Rudy Tyburczy. What is up, my friends? Is this a live stream? I did not think this was. It's not.